Hello, Oscillator Sync here. Welcome to another video in my series about the Vermona DRM1 Mk.iii analog drum synthesizer. In the last video we took a look at the kick drum channel, so let's move on to the channels that are labelled drum. Now, I guess in the traditional sense, this is where you would expect your toms to be, and indeed, yes, it can do tom sounds, but it can do quite a lot more, as we'll see as we explore the sounds. Okay, so let's, we've got kind of a default patch, if you like, on here, so let's take a look at what we've got. Okay, so like the kick drum, this is sort of mostly based around a VCO section with a couple of additional things we can add on. Like the kick drum, we have an attack knob which allows us to add like a needle impulse, but the rest of what we see here is all about the VCO and how we manipulate the VCO. Okay, so let's start with the two easy parts, which is the pitch and the decay. So the pitch sets the baseline pitch again of the oscillator. As you can hear, it goes nice and high, not out of the audio range by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly down to the bottom end we get into the clicks, so it goes very, very low indeed if that's what we want. So the next knob that we should talk about is the decay. So this governs the amplitude envelope. So we can go really, really short and blippy if that's what we want. Or super, super long. Okay, so the next one that we should really talk about is the wave, which is quite a lot like the wave on the kick drum in that it moves from what is kind of, sounds more like a triangle-y square kind of to begin with. It's got quite a lot of harmonics in it. But as we turn up the wave, we introduce more and more of those harmonics. Where we can get almost like distorted sounds, but you can really hear it emphasise that mid-range as you turn it up. So next up we have the bend knob. Now the bend knob on the drum channels is slightly different to the bend knob on the kick channel. So the bend knob on the kick channel sends the oscillator up and then back down. The drum channels allows you to bend in either direction. So we're bending away at the start of the note and it will move towards the baseline pitch. So we can go up. They're your sort of classic synth-tom kind of sounds. But you can also have it bend down at the start of the note and then swing back up. Now, one thing to note on the drum channels is, unlike the kick channel where the bend time is independent of the decay, the bend time on the drum channels is intrinsically linked to it. So if we have a long bend and we turn up the decay, you'll end up with a very long bend, or if we have a very short decay, we have a very short bend. We'll quickly talk about the attack knob. This does exactly the same as it does on the kick. It adds a needle impulse to the start of the note. Which is great for getting that initial attack into the sound. We can go over the top with it. But I think you can be quite aggressive with it. And still have it sounding good. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so let's talk about these last two knobs here, which is FM int and FM freak. So this applies This applies frequency modulation to the VCO that makes up this drum sound. Now, this starts with the freak quite low, very slow, kind of like an LFO. Turn off the bend there, you can hear that the frequency is heading up and down. If you have it quite, the intensity here quite low, it can just add just a little bit of variation into your tom sounds. So they don't get stale. Which is really nice. But if we start to you can really hear that frequency modulation is happening. And that's without the bend knob on. So it's just the VCO has been modulated here. As we bring up the frequency though, we're moving very quickly into the audio range. And we're starting to get those audio range frequency modulation, that exponential frequency modulation happening. Introducing all of those clangorous harmonics. We can have the intensity set quite low and just introduce all those extra harmonics. And if you bring in the wave, oh yeah. Again, I'd have this as the voice for a monosynth. Bring a bit of the bend. And you get that disharmonic element happening there. It also allows you to set the pitch lower than you might otherwise do because you're introducing you can get quite aggressive with it and get those metallic sounds happening. quite passable kick drum sounds as well. There's some drum machines that would love to have that kick drum sound. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic. The drum channels on this are deceptive, because when you start looking at them you think, okay, well these are my toms, but you can get so many other interesting sounds, and the combination of the wave shaping and then the FM allows you to take them far, far away from your typical sort of syn-tom sounds. And of course the great thing is you've got two drum channels, and they are the same synthesis engine, but you can have them doing quite different things. So I'll just plumb a couple of the other channel into the pattern. Of course we can pan them either way. Yeah. Awesome. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was interesting. I hope you learned some new stuff about the way the synthesis engine works in this amazing drum machine. Please do subscribe so you don't miss out on all of the future videos on the Vermona, and of course like the video if you enjoyed it, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, what you want to see moreover, because I'm very open to doing more videos than I was originally planning to do on the Vermona, because it's just such a wonderful instrument. So again, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.